Get ready to roll up your sleeves and dive into the entrepreneurial adventure. In celebration of Small Business Success Month, there is a special day just for our small business heroes. To help, we're getting some tools and tips for profit and growth to keep our small businesses thriving. Let's welcome Gabriella Mooney of Mass Collective and John Fasoli from Intuit QuickBooks and MailChimp. Welcome to the both of you.
Hey,
Hi, thanks for having us.
Yeah, so John, I wanted to start off with you. What inspired the creation of Small Business Success Month and Small Business Hero Day?
Yeah, absolutely. At QuickBooks and MailChimp, we spend 365 days a year celebrating small businesses, hearing their stories and their successes. And so we wanted to create a day where we could do that with the rest of the nation at the same time. Particularly, we wanted an excuse to find a handful of small businesses that were making an outsized impact on their local communities, like Gabby and the Mass Collective.
Yeah, and Gabby, as the architect of Mass Collective, how did you carve a path for underrepresented artists and people in their trade?
I think the first thing that we really did was we looked for representation, and so that means that we went and we found individuals who were already doing this, who did represent those demographics, and asked them to come teach for us or work with us, and sort of valued their time, and then brought those individuals in and helped to ask them questions in order to create a safe space so that individuals who were in those demographics could come in and feel like the community welcomed them, that it was safe, it was inclusive, and that we were listening and able to hear what they needed. It wasn't about what we thought they needed, it was about what they were saying they needed.
Yeah, and it's important to have that safe space and support. And John, when small businesses are able to thrive, what does that mean for the whole community?
Great question. I think we all have a personal vision of what that looks like as we think about what our Main Street looks like, our neighborhoods look like, and the vibrant small businesses that fill those neighborhoods. But small businesses are also the largest employer across the country and in many communities. And what small businesses tend to do is support other small businesses. So you wind up with an economic ecosystem that really raises the water for everyone in the community.
Yeah, and small businesses, they're really the heartbeat of multiple communities. And I love going to the small businesses that we even have here locally in Sacramento, just because it's so much more personalized and you get a kind of one-of-a-kind experience when working with or shopping from small businesses. Gabriella, what shining gem of wisdom can you offer other entrepreneurs?
I think the two things that really stand out for me are to create something that's purpose-driven, to have a mission behind what you're doing, so that when things do get tough, you have that to fall back on, but also that you have something that can sort of inform your culture, inform the people that you hire and how you hire and everything that you're doing. It can be really lonely to have to be a small business owner. The other thing is that we have a saying called "just look up from the dust" in our shop. It can be really easy to focus on the to-do list and the things that need to be done, but for us, we try to really celebrate our accomplishments, celebrate what we've done, so that we can really take a moment and be happy about the work that we're doing in the community and that the community is doing with us.
And John, which tools and tips do you recommend for small businesses to build their own empire brick by brick?
Sure, yeah. The top two are starting with cash flow. So especially when we're in an environment like we are in right now, where there's some economic uncertainty on the horizon, paying attention to your cash flow, finding a tool like QuickBooks that will help bring that to life is critically important. And then second, marketing. So don't forget about what differentiated you in the early days of running a small business, which is that personalized touch. Find tools like MailChimp that will help you to scale that personalized touch as you grow your customer base.
All right, all helpful tips for our small businesses. Gabby and John, thanks so much for joining us this morning. And for more information, you can visit quickbooks.intuit.com.